Welcome, dear viewers, to Diabetes Hope Channel, the channel where we educate you, motivate you, and encourage you to control your diabetes and probably reverse it. This is the place where you find hope. I am your co-host, Nyambura Madenge, and our host is
Wanjiko Dongo.
Welcome, Wanjiko Dongo, to the channel.
Thank you, and welcome our viewers.
Yes, welcome. So, Mwalimu, what do you have for us today?
Today, dear viewers, I want us to talk about the spiritual perspective of diabetes.
Okay. Looking forward also, viewers.
Now, you see, Sarah, in this world, individuals have a free will to think and to believe whatever they want to believe.
True.
And we all do not think about diseases in the same way.
True.
I have met some people who are our brothers and our sisters who believe that all diseases are as a result of a demon that invades a person, dwells in the person, and causes harm to the body, so that the individual gets very, very sick.
Okay.
So for them, when you're talking about germs, they don't see. The other name for them, for germs, is a demon.
Okay.
So for such people, a hospital is a no-go zone.
Yes, I know people who don't go to the hospital at all.
Yes. For them, their hospital is church.
Okay.
Their hospital is prayer. And what they believe is that to recover, all you need is for the demons to be cast out, and you will be well.
Okay. And does it work for them?
I believe it does. I cannot say it doesn't because they have lived.
Okay.
And you see, I remember some time back, there was a couple in my village. They were so saved such that they could not give birth at a hospital. All the kids were born at home. And I can assure you, since there were no hospital bills, they gave birth to many. To be exact, a full 40 bottom.
I can imagine, because also if they don't believe in going to the hospital, then they don't believe about family planning.
It doesn't even have a vocabulary in them.
Okay.
Now, this couple, one time they got into trouble with the government authorities.
Why so?
This is when vaccination for children became mandatory and a right for every born child.
Okay.
But I can tell you, it took the long arm of the law for this couple to agree for their kids to be vaccinated.
I can imagine, because they don't believe in going to the hospital.
Exactly. But you see, Sarah, today, there are still Christians who strongly believe that all diseases are satanic attacks and they are caused by demons.
Okay.
Now, there are other Christians who believe diseases are part and parcel of life.
Okay.
And we should learn to coexist with them.
Okay.
And for these people, anytime diseases come upon their lives, they simply go to hospital and they are okay. So they will go to hospital, they will receive drugs, they will take their drugs, and they are okay.
Okay.
They just pray to recover as they take their drugs.
And you, where are you? You as Mwalimu, where do you fall?
Now, others like me are somewhere in between.
Mwalimu, you're neither cold nor hot. The Lord will throw you out. That is what the Bible says.
You see, Sarah, these are complex issues.
I know.
But for the sake of our brothers who believe diabetes is caused by a demon, I want to agree with them.
Okay.
But just for a minute or two.
Okay.
And so that together we can see how we can chase this demon away and reverse diabetes.
Okay. So how are you going to do that?
Well, I'm first of all going to agree with them that diabetes may be caused by more than one demon.
Okay.
And each demon has a name to distinguish it from another demon. Now, with this in mind, you just need to know the demon, run away from it, or shout the name of Jesus Christ so that the demon takes off. You see, the Bible says,
yes,
resist the devil,
yes,
and he shall flee from you.
Yes.
What this means is that if you see a demon with a baptism name called brown bread, just take off.
How you say, come against you, demon of brown bread.
In the name of Jesus. And you don't go touching demons. So what this simply means, when you see the brown bread, you don't touch, you take off. You simply take off. And when you see sweet potatoes,
take off. You classify them.
Classify all of them as demons, because indeed they are. Because they will cause a lot of havoc in your body. So what does this mean when you see arrowroots?
Take off.
When you see rice?
Take off.
When you see some very well cooked white rice
or ugali,
just take off. And you see, if we took this belief seriously, then we would cast out and run away.
Yes.
Each and every demoniac food that gives us high sugars. For indeed,
yes,
if the sugars in the food are high, then the sugars in the blood will be high. That I can assure you for a fact. So for these believers, what we are going to do is that we want them to have a thought pattern where every item that raises sugar
is a demon,
becomes a demon.
But Mwalimu, there are people who will eat all these things and believe that by faith, they are healed. What do we do with those people?
I can assure you, those people are not one or two. There are many.
Yes.
And I'll fully agree with them that they are healed by faith. But you see, for me, I shall put the diabetic measure of faith into practice.
Okay.
That means that I'm going to use my glucometer on anybody who has been healed by faith.
Okay.
My glucometer becomes the measure of that faith.
Okay.
And if you are healed, you are healed.
Yes, so your sugars will not be high.
My glucometer should be able to tell me you are healed. So this means it is not an imagination.
Yes.
It is not a desire. It is not a wish. It is a fact. You are healed by faith. And my glucometer can be able to test that faith and to test that healing.
Yes.
And I will agree with you if my glucometer measures the sugars and the sugars are within the normal range.
Then you will be okay with that
I
faith.
will have no quarrel with that faith.
Good. Because I know very many people who say they're healed by faith, but the moment you mention the glucometer, hey, they take off.
I can tell you, I have experienced this many times. And you see, if you're healed by faith and the sugars are still high, then I will just encourage them. Bring out to them which are the demons that are making these sugars high. And then I will encourage them to run away from the demons. Yes. Now, you see, Sarah, why I am having this approach, it's because I do not want to condemn my brothers and sisters who believe that high sugars and diabetes is as a result of demoniac activity. I want to agree with them, but I also want to help them to recognize those demons and the baptism names of those demons, because they may not know.
True.
You see, Sarah, years back, I lost a very close relative who I loved very, very much to diabetes.
Oh, no.
Now, she was a great woman of faith. And every time I would ask her, sister, how are you doing? How are your blood sugars? And she would always tell me, I'm healed by faith.
Wow.
I am healed by faith. And I used to believe her.
Okay.
And at one moment, I realized she wasn't looking so well. So I insisted that we go to hospital to confirm this healing miracle. Because the way she looked to me, I now wasn't very sure. I tried to persuade her. But this hospital story, she could not agree.
I can imagine.
She could not agree. She thought I was diluting her faith.
How now?
And so I told her, can we use my glucometer? Maybe I thought that should be warm too. Because she didn't have to go anywhere. We can just test the sugars in a private area where other people are not going to see the results.
I doubt she will agree.
I can tell you she refused categorically. And she told me, I believe in the healing miracle of Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I am healed by faith. I was helpless when dealing with her. And I felt so sorry for her. And one day, at home, she just collapsed.
Oh, no.
And hardly made it to the hospital.
Wow.
Where at the hospital, the first thing the doctors checked were her sugars. And believe you me, the sugars were so high, even the glucometer could not take the measurements. The glucometer kept on blinking high.
Oh, no.
No readings could be seen. And the doctors rushed to help, but it was too late.
Wow.
She collapsed and she died.
Oh, no.
I was very disturbed by this death.
I can imagine.
I almost really questioned my faith in terms of faith healing. Because there are many times that brothers and sisters say that they are healed through a miracle. And when you get this kind of a situation, it really tests your faith.
It does.
And you don't know whether to believe it or not to believe it.
True.
But now for me, for diabetics, I always want to believe with them, but only on one condition.
Dr. Mike.
So I always tell the brothers and sisters, yes, I believe with you. The miracle has happened. And if the miracle has happened, time to celebrate.
Yes.
But Dr. Mike must confirm
yes,
this
that the miracle has happened.
Yes, Dr. Mike must confirm that the miracle has happened. And so, dear viewers, I believe you understand what we are saying.
Yes.
That it is good to believe in God. It is good to believe in his healing abilities.
True.
It is also important when we walk on that path to understand how the devil comes in.
Yes.
And how to resist that devil. We have to understand the names of the devil, which is all the starchy foods that you can eat.
Yes.
To recognize that those are the devils that raise our sugars. And when we do that, we shall resist those demons.
Yes.
And if we resist them, then our sugars will not be high.
True.
And if our sugars are not high, we will have confirmed that miracle. True. That God has done it for you.
True.
But dear viewers, let us not be braided. Let us not just walk with our eyes closed.
True.
Believing that we are healed. Yet the sugars are totally devastating our bodies.
True. They are taking a toll on us on the inside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Such that by the time we discover and we realize that our bodies are not well, it is too late.
Yeah.
And this is not what we want.
True.
So let us be people of the right. Let us believe we are healed.
Yes.
When we are totally healed.
True.
And being healed is a fact.
Yes.
We can test it.
Yes.
We can
confirm.
See it. We can confirm.
Yes.
There are no sugars.
True.
And so, dear believers, let us resist the devil. And what will the devil do?
He will flee from us.
He shall flee very far away from us.
True.
And we shall be diabetic free.
Yes.
Because we recognize the devil, we recognized his baptismal names, and we resisted him.
Yeah.
Isn't that a good idea?
Yes, it is. So his baptismal names will be brown bread, rice, ugali,
sugarcane,
all those starchy things.
And so, dear viewers, I think this is enough for today. Let me say bye until next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Modimu, for that lesson. We highly appreciate. And thank you very much, dear viewers, for your continued support. And from us, it's goodbye. Until next time, God bless you. Bye.